Austin Brady aboard for Manly to start us off here in the bottom of the second. Ryde leading 3-0. 2 runs in the first, 1 run in the second. Off Manly starter Max Fegan. Swing and a miss by Eddie Davis. On ball and a strike. Very good morning to everybody at home. Windy conditions here at Aquatic, but the sun is out, which is the positive we can take from it. Eddie Davis swings and misses. And that pitch down and in. Ball and 2 strikes now. The count. Up and away from Morrison, 2-2. So we're going to miss there by Eddie Davis, has him down on strikes for the first out. That's the second strikeout of the morning for Christian Morrison. Brings up Sam Barden. Stolen base by Austin Brady. Pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Taking down the dirt. Won the count. And they're trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the second. That one up and away. Gets Barden hacking. Will be foul. Count moves to 1 and 2. Morrison trying to keep his team ahead by 3. One, 2. Jam shot off the hands. Brady moves up. Barden will be thrown out. 1-3 on the put out for out number 2. Oh, Zach Rosello now with a chance to try and drive in the run and get Manly on the board.
The box, Isaac Rosello.
Hacks at that pitch. Strike 1. Morrison in the head trying to strain the runner at third in Austin Brady. Gets the breaking ball in there, has Rosello well ahead. Behind the count now, 0 and 2. And Rosello can't lay off the high fastball, and Austin Brady The lead-off man gets all the way around to third, but he's stranded 90 feet short of Manly's first run. And here at Aquatic on Eagles Baseball Sports Network, it's Ryde 3 leading Manly 0. Out off right side, Ryan Reiki flew out to left field to start things here in the top of the third. Here now the pitcher, Christian Morrison. Max Fegan had the first two out in the last inning, and then Ryan were able to get a run off him. So hoping to do something similar this time, maybe find all three outs in succession. Is the first one. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Morrison. Breaking ball in there. Nice loopy breaking ball there by Max Fegan. Count now even at 2-2. That one hit to the right side. Tough play for Jack Fegan. He shows plenty of range to get over near the bag. And fire strike over to Isaac Rosello for an important out number 2 here in the third.
James Williams.
James Williams, now the hitter. I mentioned a moment ago, Fegan had the first 2 outs of the last inning. Couldn't go 1, 2, 3. Can he make the adjustment here? Right side. And there's a man out there by Daniel Garreau on debut in the 18s today, and he makes the catch, and Max Fegan does work the 1, 2, 3 inning. Right lead at 3-0. Manly coming up to bat when we return. Austin Murdoch will lead it off for Manly. 8-9-1. And jumps on the first pitch from Christian Morrison, dumps it into centre field where Ryan Reiki will do the cleaning up, and Manly have a base runner. Third hit of the morning. Ryde also with 3 hits. They've been the beneficiaries also of 3 walks and an error. So 4 extra bases. 4 extra base runners, rather. 4 free base runners for Ryde. Outside corner to Daniel Garreau. Hits this one hard. Back for it, Tim Donovan. Reaches up and makes the catch. Aussie Murdoch will retreat back to first. Back to the top for Manly. Tennyson Bragg next up.
Back to the top of the order, Tennyson Bragg. Really didn't need that in my head.
So Tenny Bragg singled past the outstretched arm of Cam Howay back in the first. Breaking ball. Austin Murdoch steals second. Runner in scoring position now for Manly. Got a runner on every inning so far. Now unable to get the job done and drive it in. Bragg lifts it, but Ryan Reiki's going to run it down, and he makes the catch just in front of Kento Shimamoto, who's coming over from right field. So Manly putting bat on ball here against Christian Morrison, but are unable to find gaps. Both pitchers with 2 strikeouts on the morning. Jack Fegan bats at 2 out. Takes ball 1. Murdoch the runner at second. Right side, it's going to go foul though. Just foul. Nice bit of hitting by young Fegan. Jack, the younger brother of Manly pitcher Max. One on one the count. Spin move. Back to the bag. Chow had broken away, so no throw. And back up the middle goes Jack Fegan. Probably not deep enough for Murdoch to score, and it won't be. Ricky hits his cutoff. And Jack Williams, who's in the middle of the infield, but it's 2 runners on. And on the corners now for Manly. 2 out for Harley Gibson. He had a massive day last week against Blacktown. 3 for 3 in the 6-1 loss to Blacktown. Nearly only mustering 1 run last week, but again it was a game where they had good at-bats, long at-bats, just couldn't find back-to-back hits to start a rally. Hitting with runners on last week wasn't their strong suit. They were able to get on, but couldn't move them over and move them in. Harley Gibson trying to stay hot and change that here. Heels grounded out in his first at-bat. Have to hit it hard into a gap here. First of 4 games here today on Eagles Baseball Sports Network. We'll have third grade at 12:30. Second grade at 3. First grade around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Ryan Ricky sits back, makes the catch. And Manly are retired. They get a couple of runners on, but again, they can't move them over or move them in. And the score will remain 3-0. And we'll head to the 4th. Renadachi lead it off for Ryde. Top of the 4th. Max Fegan at 55 pitches so far. It was a long first inning. But he's been able to rein it back in innings 2 and 3. And one in at a Renadachi. Taken for a called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. .31 strikes thrown by Max Fegan, so he's been consistent.
Are these the ones that are happening today?
The 1-2 from Max Fegan. Swing and a miss. Strikes out Renadachi for the first out. 5 in a row. Retired here by Max Fegan. Settling in nicely. We'll see how deep Grant Anderson decides to take him.
The box, Kim Sun.
That could be it. Grant Anderson coming out. Looks like he's making a change. There you go, just as I mentioned it. Although, does need to make it now. Keep Max in the game. He's got to take him out at 60 pitches, so that's where we're at. So we'll pause for the pitching change and come back in a moment. So Silas Casper Richardson, the new pitcher for Manly.
What colour are we?
Kimmy Sung with the ground ball. Tough play for Sam Barden. He did his best to affect the out, but the throw was offline. Sung will end up on second. And the inning will extend. One out. Shimamoto bats from the left side. Top of the zone. 4-1 to Shimamoto. Silas pitched last week. He went 2 1/3, faced 12 batters. 2 runs both earned on 3 hits. Walker strikeout hit by a pitch. Outside there, ball 2. That's in the dirt. Bragg can't keep it close. And Kimmy Song his heads up. He's over the third base. 4th run beckons here for Ryde with just the 1 out. Now the game this morning is Canterbury and Blacktown. That's underway at Riverside. And then later this afternoon, Greater Western play MacArthur. Borkham Hills take on Cronulla. Both of those games at 2 o'clock. That's 4-pitch walk. Kento Shimamoto. Does bring in the double play for Manly if they can turn it. Gibson, Fegan and Rosello. Tim Donovan. 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He's got the hardest part of the cycle already in the triple. Though with the wind blowing like it is, could be tough to put one out. Have to get on his skates. Put the ball deep into a corner. Breaking pitch gets a favourable call for Silas Casper Richardson. 0-2 here against the power threat of Donovan hitting in the 2-hole. Gets a swing and miss. Went up the ladder, but kept it away. Donovan can't catch up to it. It's an important second out for Casper Richardson and his Manly side.
At the plate, Ryan Chu.
So 2 out for Ryan Cho. Rips that one foul into the Manly bullpen. Silas Casper Richardson ahead, 0-1. That one misses high for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Ground ball hits to the left side. Knocked down, but won't have much of a play. Throws it and throws it away. Sam Barton's better off just holding on to that one as the second run, and Kento Shimamoto will come in to score. Sometimes you've got to tip your cap and put it in the back pocket, prevent any further damage. So 2 runs come across. You think only one of them will be earned. Nice diving play by Sam Barton in the hot corner, but ball's thrown away.
Brings up Howie.
And one hit to the right side. Couple of bounces, and Jack Fegan picks it up. Throws it over to first. And Manly get the third out. But 2 more on the board for Ryde. They lead at 5-0, and we head to the bottom of the fourth. Four, 5, 6 for Manly. Brady Davis and Barden. Manly trailing 5-0. Base runners so far every inning, but nothing more than that. See if they can't get something going here against Morrison. Count here, 1-1. Swing and a miss. So that looks like it's all for Christian Morrison. 3 in the third. 3 strikeouts. 4 scoreless. 4 hits. And no runs for the Ryde starter. So Neil makes a pitching change. And we'll come back in a moment. Ben Andre Gibbons, a new pitcher for Ryde. Eddie Davis, the first Manly hitter to face him. To the right side, and Jesse Williams won't be able to grab it. So 5th hit of the game for Manly. They've out-hit Ryde 5-4. It's the 3 in the error column and the 4 walks that have been the difference so far.
Line 1, Sam Bob.
Let's see if Manly can string together a couple of hits now against the reliever for Ryde. And Andrew Dibben. Head here on Sam Barton. One for one. 1 for 1 rather with a single. Drove in Manly's only run last week. Hour and a quarter into this 2.25 hour game so far. Check on the runner at first. There's Davis diving back to the bag. Davis takes off. Thrown out at second base. Manly give away an out. Not what you need to be doing when you're trailing 5-0. Work hard to get on and you give it away. That one in the dirt. 3-2 now to count. Sam Barton. That one up and in, so Manly could have had runners on first and second with nobody out. Instead, it's Manly with runners on first with 1 out.
For Manly, Isaac Priscilla.
And Biden goes on first move, and back-to-back runners thrown out by Ranadachi. Manly obviously don't want to overcome this 5-run deficit. Zach Rosello will lead us off in the 5th, but that'll be in the bottom half. First, we'll have Ryde coming up in the top when we come back. And Ryan Reeker to lead it off for Ryde after Manly gave themselves up on 2 stolen base attempts. And a stolen base earlier. And this went to well one too many times. As I mentioned, they could have had runners on first and second with nobody out. In fact, it was 1 out at the time. Instead, they had a runner on first with 2 out, and that quickly became out number 3. Casper Richardson ahead here in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt. Blocked by Tenny Bragg. Count runs to 2 and 2. Inside pitch is Reekie bending out of the way. Count now 4 for Casper Richardson, looking for the first out here in the 5th. Breaking ball in there, but called the ball. It's a lead-off walk for the Ryde Hawks. Didn't look like a bad pitch from Casper Richardson, maybe a little bit too low.
Christian Morrison.
Lead-off man aboard in Ryan Reekie, who will try and get around the bases nice and quickly. Reekie takes off this time. Top of the zone, calls a strike. Manly out hitting Ryde 5-4, but Manly have issued 5 walks and they've made 3 errors in the field. Big swing by Christian Morrison. For 1 with a walk so far for Morrison. Ground ball hit hard, but up the left field line and foul. Breaking ball dragged away. Count even at 2 and 2. Now 1 hit hard, left centre field. It's going to split the outfielders and get down for a base hit. All the way to the fence, running after is Austin Murdoch. He almost got there in the end, didn't give him enough credit. Nice bit of hitting there by Christian Morrison. It's a run on the board, another one. And that'll be Christian Morrison's day done. Send in a pinch runner. Patton van der Vesthausen. Jesse Williams hacks that one off for a foul.
Van der Westhausen.
James Williams. Tall first baseman for Ryde. Takes that pitch up and out of the zone. And they're still without an out here in the 5th. This game starting to get away from them. Runners on. Haven't been able to move them over or move them in. In the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. Three and 1 the count. And James Williams. No one warming in the pen for Manly. So they've either got someone ready to go. This is Casper Richardson's inning to get out of. The 3-1. Down in the dirt. And it'll be a walk for James Williams. Runners on first and second. So Matt O'Neill making the changes. Bradley Merrill will take over at first base to be a runner for James Williams. Paul Fegan will come out in the mound and just have a quick chat with Silas. Try and get him refocused on the job at task. And help him get out of this inning.
Better in the box, Ren Adachi.
So Renadachi threw out 2 runners of Manly in the bottom of the 4th. Comes up here with a pair of runners on for Ryde and nobody out. So a big chance for him to extend this lead here in the 5th. Showing bump with no one out. Runners go. Perfectly executed. Right in front of first. So back to the top of the order. No, not top of the order. 9-hole hitter and Kimmy Song fouls that one off. Breaking ball. Kimmy Song swings and misses with that one. Silas is ahead 0-2. Reached on an error, Kimmy Song came around to score. That one ripped foul.
Is the 7-1 supposed to work?
So 0-2, hit a Kimmy Song. Breaking ball in the dirt, gets away. Right, keep adding on here in the 5th. One and two to count here to Song. Right, 9-hole hitter. That one ripped hard, but straight at the man out there and left. That's a catch by, what's it caught rather by Austin Murdoch. It'll be a sacrifice fly.
Back to the top of the order, Kenta
3 runs now scored by Ryde here in the 5th. That makes it 8-0. And Paul Fegan comes out. He's going to make the pitching change. That'll be Silas Casper Richardson done. So, or maybe not. No. Mainly appeal play over at 3rd. I'm going to say safe. So it's not a pitching change. So Ryde go back to the top of the order with Kenta Shimamoto. Batting with the bases empty and 2 out. 36 pitches now for Silas. Outside corner, ball 1. Max Fegan went 3 in the 3rd. 2 of the 3 runs earned on 3 hits. Walked 3, struck out 3. Strike to ball ratio was good for the first couple of innings, and then it dropped off towards the back end just through 33 strikes for his 59 pitches. Top of the zone. Call the ball. It's now 3-0. See how strong this wind is. It's been able to lift up the angle on our centre field camera. 3-1. That one fouled off. Kills the count now at 3-2. Third grade coming your way at 12:30, an hour from now. Someone hit to the right side. Isaac Rosello picks it up, stands on the base. And the inning is finally done. But 3 more for Ryde. They extended out to an 8-0 lead. We'll head to the bottom half of the 5th here on Eagles Baseball Sports Network. Isaac Rosello, who was in the batter's box when Manly decided to run themselves out of the inning. He gets to be the first hitter to face Morrison van der Vesthausen. Saw Patton come in as a pinch runner. Now Morrison steps in, and he's ahead here 0-2. And swings and misses of that one, and that's a quick strikeout to start the bottom of the fifth for Ryde. Brings up Austin Murdoch. Bottom of the zone for ball one. Top of the zone, gets the call. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike. On the ground to the left side, Ryan Cho. Nice scoop. And lobs it over to first to get the out. And it's two quick outs for the relief pitcher in Morrison van der Vesthausen.
Dan Giroux.
Two away, and Giroux hacks at the first pitch and will get it well out of play. So Manly now 2 games into the young season and only able to manufacture 1 run so far. Takes that pitch up and away. We've got a bit of work to do offensively. Change in the 18s this year is the introduction or the reintroduction of the metal bats. Arguments for why they work, arguments for why they don't work. Some pails will be suited more than others. Two and two to Daniel Garreau. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Adachi. Fills up the count. Trying to turn the lineup over for Manly and extend this inning. Through the left side, Ryan Cho gets it in the glove, back to his feet, nice and quick, and the throw just gets away. Would have been a nice play by Ryan Chow. Diving effort in the hole. Got back to his feet, nice and quick, but the throw just died on Tim Donovan right at the end. It'll be a base hit.
The box, Tennyson, Brad.
For Daniel Garreau. 1-1 here, the count to Tennyson Bragg. Asked for time, has it granted. Trying to break up the rhythm. 6 hitters for Manly have reached by the way of the hit. Just the one walk, and that was Samuel Barton. That'll get away. Garo's going to go first to third on this wild pitch. Nice bit of base running.
Following running. Which camera's that? That one.
2 balls and a strike. Tennyson Bragg. Went hitless last week, striking out twice against Blacktown. He's got a batting average now. Fouls that one off. Good hack at that, but will go over the back. Count now 2-2. Danny Bragg put Manly on the board. Swing and a miss. Morrison keeps the clean sheet. And we head to the 6th. It's Ryde 8, Manly 0. So top of the 6th. Ryde leading this one 8-0. Tim Donovan to lead it off. Silas Casper Richardson, who's at 46 pitches. Back out there for another inning of work. Slipping over is Daniel Garreau in right field, but Donovan will stick to the single. Will be the leadoff man aboard for Ryde.
2-7 Ryan Chow.
Pitcher and catcher just coming together to get on the same page.
Change over there for the base runner on first base, number 94.
Kieran Mark takes over on the base paths. Ryan Chow will be the hitter.
And the pitch runner out there is Mark Curran.
Stolen base. The ball in the dirt. Ryde just running rampant around the base paths at the moment. That's in there for a called strike. Freo makes it 3-1. Ripped up the third base line, but that's going to go foul. So 3-2, the count full. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Gets the strikeout. Joe thought he had drawn the walk. Liam Morrison had other ideas. And that's a big first out for Manly. Brings up Cameron Howey. Start ahead in the count, 0-1. That went up a little bit high. One ball on one strike. Fouls that one off. Count 2-2. Kieran Mark standing pat at second. Count now full for Cameron Howey. 0-2 today with a walk. Looking to get on for the second time. And he does draw the walk. So runners at first and second.
And there's a new batter in the box. Number 70 will be Max Draper.
A pinch hitter for Ryde, Max Draper. Hit by pitch. That'll load the bases. This game coming to a slow finish. Still only one out. Need to find the last 2 outs of this inning. Van der Westhuizen takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Gets a swing out of that one. Heading the count here, 0-2. Doesn't get the call on that one. Fouls that one off. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2. Either Pat and Van der Westhuizen. In fact, it's Will Hooper. They made a change without telling me. Fouls that one off again. dirt. So the 3-2. Bases loaded. Ripped through the left side. Infield playing in. No chance for Sam Barden at third. Only the one run will score though. It's a big RBI single there for Will Hooper.
New batter in the lineup, Brad Merrill.
Brad Merrill getting his first at bat after entering the game as a pinch runner. Swings and misses. 0-1. That pitch down and in, 1-1. Ground ball. Gibson sits back. Underhand toss to Max Fegan. Over to first, not in time. Bit fielder's choice for Brad Merrill. 10th run on the board for Ryde. Importantly for Manly, they get a second out. Slow to develop play for Harley Gibson. Had to sit back and make sure he didn't get the aquatic hop. And really only had time to get the one out at second. Renadachi lifts that one to the right side. Charging in for it is Daniel Garreau, but it'll get down in front of him. It'll drop in for a base hit. Scoring Max Draper from third. Pitch count up to 73 now for Silas Casper Richardson. Finds his own. The outside corner for strike one. Drops that one in. Ahead here now, 0-2. Can he finish it off? Ripped through the left side. Daniel Barden dives once again. Stop sign goes up at third base on Brad Merrill though. Must be a single there for Kimmy Song. Load the bases once again, and Ryde will go back to the top of the order.
Back to the top of the order, Kenta Shimamoto.
Just when it looks like you might be getting out of the inning, good teams like Ryde get straight back into it.
Stop eating this because my tooth got really.
That one lifter, that's probably going to drop in as well. It's going to find the triangle. Oh, great catch by Jack Fegan. Running back. Over the head, basket catch. You could call him Willie Mays with that, but he finally gets Manly out of the inning, but not before Ryde put up another bunch. It's another 3 spot. They lead this game 11-0 and require just 3 more outs to improve to 2-0 on the year. Manly looking just to get on the board when we come back. So it'll be that man, Jack Fegan, to lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th. Aaron Peachy, the new pitcher for Ryde, comes out and starts with ball 1. 2, 3, 4, Jack Fegan, Harley Gibson, Austin Brady. Due up for Manly here. Looking to scratch across a run any which way they can. Hard big swing on that one. The count even now at 1-1. Ryde finally ahead in the hits column. They now lead that 9-6. 11-0 the score. That one hit hard and high. Back going for it is Draper, and it's going to get over his head and down for a base hit. Max is heading around first into second. Head first slide, and he's safe there at second with a lead-off double. Gets it started. Now Manly going to have 3 chances to try and score that run and get on the board. It's probably going to be their best hitter in Harley Gibson. It was 3 from 3 last week, but he's grounded out on 2 occasions today. One of those into a double play. That one fouled off the head of Ranadachi. Now just take a minute to check him. Looks all right. Well, third grade for you, 15 minutes at the completion of this game. Boys going through their final warm-ups. Ash Roberts will get the start. Very different team rolling out on the park today than what was originally named on Team List Tuesday. That one straight back up the middle. Ryan Reiki is there, and it could be a double up here by Jack Fegan. No, back in time. Got back in time. In fact, it's Kento Shimamoto who's moved around to centre field with all the changes that Matt O'Neill has made. Shimamoto, Kimi Song, Ryan Cho, Cam Howey, Renadachi, the only starters still left in the game. Kieran Mark at first, Bradley Merrill at right, and Max Draper at left. Austin Brady hits here. 0 for 3 for Harley Gibson after going 3 for 3 last week, so batting average of 500. So it's a pair of ground outs. It's a ground out and a fly out. So he's got a ground out, 2 fly outs on the day. One on one here to Austin Brady. One for 2 with the strikeout, the designated hitter for Manly. Outside corner. Looked pretty good, but not called a strike. Brady ahead here, 2 on 1. Pops it up. So a few of those today. Ball straight up off the bat. Sitting underneath it is Max Draper, who makes the catch. Ryde 1 out away from a shutout victory here against Manly. Can Eddie Davis
3-5 the centre fielder Eddie Davis.
get the job done for his team? Straight back up the middle to Cho, who doesn't make many errors, and that's going to be 6-3 on the put out to end the game. Ryde take the first game of the day, 11-0 here at Aquatic. Manly unable to get on the board, and that'll be how things finish for Ryde. It was 3 1/3 by Christian Morrison, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, and then Ben Andrew Dobbin with 2/3. Ben Vesthausen with an inning, striking out 2, and then Aaron Peachy to close it out. It was Max Fegan with the start, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. And then Silas Casper Richardson with 2 2/3, 6 hits, 8 runs, only 6 of them earned, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. The pitches for Ryde, it'll be Van der Vesthausen with the win, Max Fegan with the loss. Manly 0-2, Ryde 2-0 in round 2. And that wraps up the under-18s here this morning. Ryde 11, Manly 0. We'll have third grade for you in roughly 15 minutes' time. Grab yourself some lunch, and we'll see you soon.